English is some similar to like cooking. In Japanese, English education, they just focused on like getting all the ingredients. That's why English is hated in Japan because it's no fun. They never enjoy it. They never eat the actual dish. It's for exams. So, and in the exams, they're not measuring the ability to speak English. They're measuring the ability to study what they were told to study. Hey, teacher, is it going to be on the exam? Does it have anything to do with my grade? Then I would say, yes, it has a lot of things to do with your grade of your freaking life.
From what I've seen, Japanese students learn a fairly good range of grammar and also quite a lot of vocabulary. But at least in the past, English conversation, English communication has not been a priority in Japanese schools. What do you think?
The thing is, the English education in Japan is pretty much all focused on the grammar
Yes.
and memorizing a lot of words that they
Mm-hmm.
would never use in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
So, so in my classes, I would often tell my kids that English is some similar to like cooking.
Mm.
So there's a purpose first. Like if you want to make curry,
Mm-hmm.
you just try to collect the ingredients that you need. For example, carrots, potatoes, pork meat, and then curry powder, and you can
Mm-hmm.
make curry.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a purpose that you want to make curry so that you just collect things that you need for it. Then you make curry, then you can enjoy eating the curry. But what it is like, to learn English is like, for example, to make a curry, which is like speaking with foreigners
Mm-hmm.
in the real world, you have to memorize the names of all the ingredients and stuff in this world. Like, for example, not just potatoes, carrots, you have to remember the names of this weird mushroom from India, or you have to memorize the names of like everything, every food in this world.
Mm.
And after you collected all the things from all over the world, you don't know which one to use just for curry. But if you
Mm-hmm.
just collected potato, carrots, and meat and curry powder, and you can cook it and you can eat it. But in Japanese English education, they just focused on like getting all the ingredients from all over the world, and they never cook. They never use them because they don't have to use them.
That's a good
And this
analogy.
is so yeah, I kind of describe the English education in that way.
Mm.
But what's the point of cooking? That's to eat, to enjoy the thing that you cook.
Mm-hmm.
And the most that's the fun part. That's what you enjoy. But in Japan, every kid tries to get all the ingredients from all over the world, and they never eat it. So what's the point? What's the fun part? It's never fun. Uh, that's why
Mm.
English is hated in Japan because it's no fun. They never enjoy it. They never eat the actual dish.
Why is it taught that way? That sounds more like mathematics or science than communications.
That's the exact point. The English education in Japan is not to be able to like communicate with another people. It's for exams. So, and in the exams, they're not measuring the ability to speak English. They're measuring the ability to study what they were told to study. So, for example, if they were told to memorize these 100 words, and they're seeing the examiners are seeing if they they can do it, if they will do it. Of course, those 100 words they will never use in the real life talking with another people. But
Hmm.
I guess it's all about the exams and scores and grades. So they're just learning English to get good grades, to get good scores on the exams. But
So
those words are useless. Those exams are useless. Yeah. But that's how it is in Japan. It's all about getting a good job or going to a good school. And yeah. So every time I teach them some useful phrases or useful words, useful like slang,
mm,
they would often ask me, "Hey, teacher, is it going to be on the exam? Hey, does it have anything to do with my grade?" Then I would say, "Yes, it has a lot of things to do with your grade of your freaking life,
right,
not the paper though." Because
right.
that's the English that they can actually use in a daily conversation, to interact with the foreigners. But the only thing they care is their grades, their scores on the exams. But
Hmm.
I often tell them, like, who will give you the grades when you die? That's not me. That's not teachers. That's not your boss at work. That's yourself.
Right.
Does it make sense?
It
I
makes.
shouldn't be doing that as a teacher because I'm the one to give them grades. But I don't like it when they are too much focused on their grades and scores, and when I actually teach them useful phrases, interesting slang and stuff, the only thing they care is the grades or scores, or if those phrases will be on the exam.
Hmm.
So I would say, yes, that'll be on the exam of your life in the future. And
Meanwhile,
they're
they all watch American movies, so they get out of school with broken English and perfect expletives. That's not a recipe for linguistic success.
no, not at all.
Hmm. Back to recipes. Is there
Well,
also a problem about lack of opportunity to speak English in Japan in daily
absolutely,
life?
absolutely. Because um, yeah, you you actually don't have to speak English to live in Japan. I mean, you obviously have to speak Japanese, but we don't have to speak English
Hmm.
to work in Japan, to live a normal life. Here, it's
Hmm.
an island, and most of the people are like Japanese
Yeah.
living here. It's totally different from Canada.
Hmm.
So, yeah, we for example, I learned English in a hard way because in the university I learned English somehow, but when I started traveling, my English was because I my English was not that good,
Hmm.
and then I started working at the bar owned by an American guy, so it was really tough for me. But I learned English in a hard way like that. I had to speak English. Otherwise, I could have been shot. Like, seriously, I could die. I could lose my job. So I had to study English. I had to speak English. I had to communicate with the owner, the customers, and the other manager. So, yeah, without that kind of struggle or uh, crazy stuff, I think it's kind of hard to learn a language without an opportunity where you speak the language or you die.
Sure. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Necessity, that's the word, yeah.
Yes. Uh, English language has been such a huge part of your life. If you were, let me ask this question another way, I guess. If you were giving a lecture in front of a very big auditorium of students, what would you tell them in order to motivate them to wish to want to learn more or study harder?
As a teacher or as an English teacher, to motivate them to study English or to motivate
Hmm,
them to
good question.
study in
What
general.
do I mean? as Shuhei Murakami.
Okay. Well, to be really honest, I hope none of my colleagues are listening to it. um, uh, to be honest, I think it's meaningless
Hmm.
to go to school
Oh.
in in um, not in general, but not every school. There might be some good schools, but at the moment, I don't think they have to come to the school. I mean, I'm being a cool teacher, but overall, the Japan's educational system is not really, I can't find a word, great. I would just
Hmm.
put it in that way. So, and the reason is that they're not motivated to study. They never enjoy studying. They hate studying, but they're forced to come to school every freaking day,
Yes.
and they are doing what they don't want to do for like 6 hours every single day,
Right.
plus homework.
Hmm.
Well, but I'm pretty sure the government is doing it because, yeah, they are just trying to produce the same people. They'll do the same things that,
Hmm.
those who can do the same thing every day to pay the same amount of tax every day,
Hmm.
which
Hmm.
is great to manage a country. But it's meaningless if they don't enjoy doing what they're doing, if they don't enjoy studying what they're studying.
Hmm.
So I'm not focused on the grammar. I mean, I can I teach grammar, but that's not my focus. I mean, I just want them to get interested in English. And through my experience, I want them to know that with English, there will be no limit. I mean, they can go wherever they want in this world. They can interact with wherever, whoever they want to interact with. And so I would try anything to motivate them to get
Hmm.
interested in English. And if they start enjoying English, they don't need me. They don't need anything. They don't need a textbook. They don't, you know. So I got interested in music with the Beatles.
Hmm.
Then even though I didn't go to school, here I am, you know. So yeah, I just want them to find something that they enjoy so that they will be motivated to learn things about it, or they will be motivated to study about it. But otherwise, if they don't like studying, I would say they don't have to study, because I didn't like studying, then I didn't study. But at one point, I found something that I really wanted to get into. So I would say try anything that they want to, try anything that you want to try, and don't limit yourself. Don't try to find one dream or goal of your life that will limit, you know, your life. For example, if, a student wanted to be a salesman,
Yes.
then if he was focused on being a salaryman, that'll be the only goal, and that'll be the only path of his or her precious short life. But I don't want them to limit their lives like that. But of course, in Japan's educational systems, there are period. For example, I'm teaching the third grade
Hmm.
in junior high school, which is ninth grade in America.
Hmm.
So they have to decide which school to go and what they want to do in high school. Without going to high school, I would never know what I want to do in high school. Then they have to also decide what they want to do in the future, what kind of job they have to do in the future without even graduating a junior high school.
Hmm.
Then yeah, lately one student came over to me saying like, "Hey, Shu Sensei, I don't know what I want to do with my life." Then he was, you know, scared of his life
Mm-hmm.
because he hadn't determined, what he wanted to do in the future. So I said, wow, that's great. You have unlimited options.
Right.
Yeah, you can do anything because you don't know what you want to do. So you can try anything. And he was like, is that so really? Then yeah, his eyes got brighter. Like really, I could see some sparkles in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But I can say that because of what I've been through. But but I totally forgot that I struggled a lot. There was a time of period where I couldn't eat anything. I was a homeless. I shouldn't encourage them to do it. But at the same time, I really want to say that they don't have to decide what they want to do, you know, in their lives at the age of 14 or 15.
Mm.
One guy, there was another kid here. He wanted to be a carpenter, but he came over to me and he said, I'm not sure if I will be a good carpenter. So maybe I will be something else. I'm like, how do you know if you'll be a good carpenter without being a carpenter first?
Right.
Yeah.
So.
But that's how it is in Japan. They're scared of going for their actual dreams. Then I know it because once I gave up on becoming a musician in Japan, but I became a musician elsewhere. So that's another option if you can speak English.
Thanks for tuning in. For more insights on Japan from people who know Japan, be sure to subscribe to the RONJIRU Japan YouTube channel right now. Just click the subscribe button below this video and the notification bell so you'll always know when we post something new. From RONJIRU Japan in Tokyo, I've been JT. See you in the next video, everyone. O genki de ne.